This is section 10.6 where we talk about circles and arcs. So the length of part of a circle's circumference can be found by relating it to a central angle in the circle. So here are some parts of the circle. A lot of this is review. So when we have a circle that's drawn, we can name it by the center. So this circle here is based on its center Q. So we'd call this circle Q. That's how we would describe it. We then have our radius, which is the distance from the center to the outside edge. And so if they have the same radius, two of the circles can be congruent. And then we also have the diameter, which goes all the way across. And what's cool about the diameter is that it's 2 times the radius, because both of those are radiuses right there. A lot of times we abbreviate the radius as just r and the diameter with just a lowercase d. So now we're talking about arcs, and so we already know what a central angle is. The central angle goes from there to there. Well, our minor arc is formed by a central angle that is less than 180 degrees that includes A and B and the points in the interior of APB. So the way that we would write this minor arc that goes from A to B would be AB. And it would go like that because it goes right from A to B. Then we've got a major arc, and our major arc goes all the way around the other parts. It goes from A to B, but it takes the long route. So one important thing to note is that it goes through another point. So the way I would label this is that it's a CB, and that would be my major arc. And notice that I'm putting a arc on the top of each one. And then we've got a semicircle, and a semicircle is halfway across. And what's cool about this is that AC is a diameter, and so arc AC is a semicircle, and it's halfway across the circle. It's half a circle. So measure of a minor arc is equal to the measure of the central angle. So in this scenario, when we're talking about AB, it's the exact same measure as what that central angle is. So that's 88 degrees. In this scenario, the major arc is equal to 360 degrees minus what that measure of the minor arc is. So when I go all the way around like this, it's going to be 360 minus the 88. So what you end up getting here is 272 for our major arc. Semicircle, if I were to have AC drawn in, just like in the previous picture as a diameter, well then arc AC equals 180 degrees if AC is the diameter. And so then if two arcs are adjacent, if they intersect at exactly one point, well, then the measures are going to be added together. So this is the arc addition postulate. So if I took ABC, and I wanted to know what that equals, well, this is going to be equal to AB plus BC. And so if I add those together, I get that whole entire piece. It's just like if you were to add angles that are next to each other, you can add them together. So if I wanted to find the measure of the arcs here, what I would do, so I'm looking for BD. So I go from B and I go directly to D. Okay, the shortest path to D. So I'm looking at the minor arc. Well, I've got two different pieces here. I've got this and this that need to be added together. So BD is 60 plus 82, or 142 degrees. BED has to go through point E, so this is going to be that major arc in that scenario. Well, BED and BD have to add up to 360. So 360 minus BD, well, that's just going to be 360 minus 142, which gives us 218. So from here, if I know that BD is 218, well then BE has to be 218 minus that 100 of this central angle that is made right here. So it has to be 118 degrees.